Hello, and welcome to a stream. Tonight is just going to be hanging out, chatting with you guys, and working on some of the blueprints that I've got to get them good for the workshop. And as such, we're going to be getting stuff like the Kanajashi and things up there. And the A10, although it needs a little bit of rework, I'm contemplating for you guys. You want the weapon core 30mm rotary, right? On here? You don't want to make a vanilla version. Or should I make a vanilla version of the A10 with a Gatling gun in there? Oh yes, animated cockpits. I can't live without this mod anymore. I love it. It's totally going to be in all of my series from now on. But yes, there is the 30mm, which is absolutely beautiful, which does fit nicely in this design. We cut that out, and we come around here. Get the assault weapons mod, a good replacement 30mm. Oh, we'll check that out tonight. We can go right in there. It slots right in, and it pokes right out the edge, right out the end there. Those snap colors vanilla are a mod? Oh yeah, it's a mod. It's totally a mod. Down here where my obviously you can't see it because I have my menu open, but the bottom left there, that is all modded. But yes, today is to work on blueprints. Like, for example, I want to get this assault weapons is one of the top 9 Xbox mods. Oh, cool. I want to see. I have a little. Yeah, this is my little scout. I think it's about as small of a rover that I'd want to make. Is this... How many blocks in between the suspension? Right, this is just one block between the suspension. What I'd like to be able to do is get this thing to the point where, if possible, I can make a little bit wider version of the C130 that I could get a rover in. And that would be amazing. And I think assault weapons mod linked in Discord. Awesome. In the workshop tab, assault weapons pack. Let's see. I am going to subscribe to it, and it is. Do we have like a 30mm? We have a fixed 20mm autocannon. Okay. $30mm fixed autocannon. Ooh, all right. Yeah, let's go check that out. I'll load it in. Is it weapon core? No, it's not. It's just by itself. All right, let's go try that. But basically, what I'd like to do tonight is make a version of that C130 that is just wide enough so that I can put a rover into it. That would be cool. So we'll drop weapon core here, and this is assault. Assault weapon pack. This one. Yes, August whatever update. So the reason why I'm getting a new testing world set up here is that my old testing worlds that I had for Wrong Way Up and such are bloated. And there is like craters everywhere, and there's just tons of grids and everything. And I just want to boil it down to this testing world would be my absolutely finished, nice buttoned up builds that I can put on the workshop. At least that's my hope. First, we can take a look at this thing and see if we can finagle it into position for the A10. Maybe it has a nice cannon for it that I can use. But thank you for everyone coming out to watch this evening. I am getting ready to go into a 10-day holiday. I have all of this weekend off. I have all of next week off. And of course I have the next weekend off after that. So I have Friday off starting tomorrow. 10 days of holiday. Alright, let's take a look at these guns. Fixed block weapons. There we go. 30mm fixed. 80mm flak. Okay, here we go. There's a cycler, so I can cycle through all the different fixed weapons and take a look at them. 20mm, 25. Oh, that's cool! It's on the edge, so it just sticks out. So, like, you could put it in like that, and you would be shooting over top. That's so awesome. I love that kind of stuff. The, you know, changes the way you can think about, oh, I can build it in this way, sort of thing. Oh, that's awesome. So that's a 30mm fix. That's very similar to our GATs in terms of look. 43mm fixed autocannon. Okay, what would be good? What would be a good replacement? Is the... What is the GAT? GAU 8 Avenger. It is 30mm. Okay. So we want to go with, say, the 30mm coax, and it's got a connector on the back of it, which is nice. So we can just plug that thing in here. Right. Like right in there. And that can be our little 30mm. And we can go in here and we can see what that's like to shoot. Block weapons. Shoot. Shoot, damn you. Not shooting. Is this a weapon core thing? Does this thing need weapon core? I don't know. Because it is not shooting. But I shouldn't need ammo because this is creative. Like, I believe these GATs don't have ammo in them. At least I'm not sure. There is ammo in this plane. Lingering weapon core, yeah. Let's see. Let's just put some 30mm into it. What do we got? 30 3000mm. Which box is it? It's gotta be one of these. It's 900mm, 30 times 145. Is it that? You go in there? You go in there. Strange. There's always some bug in this game, it seems, when you overload it with mods. What if I just give this thing... Actually, I got a battery already in my thing. Just slap it down on a new grid. Because sometimes it's just the grid that's silly. Block weapons. It's just the grid that's silly. That's all. Oh, that would be another idea. Does this thing have any power? It might not have any power right now. Yeah, there we go. I just didn't have any power. I had pulled out all of its power systems to like all of the innards to screw around with it, and then I'm like, oh wait, I should probably put some power on this damn plane. All right, so that's 30 mil. I kind of want to see what some of these larger guns would do. I mean, technically, the this plane has 30 in real life, but this 43 looks tasty. Wrong button. G menu, damn it. There we go. Oh, that seems more... That seems more Gao-like. That seems a bit better. Oh, this 20. I'll just throw it down here for a second. We also got this 25. I want to see what all these sound like. Blocks. Boom, boom. So that's the 43. This is the 20. Oh, that's nice and fast firing. And this is 25. Bad. I still think the big boy. We need the big gun. Alright, let's properly sink this thing back. We're gonna go for that 43 millimeter. And it's got a connector on the back. Yes, it does. That is excellent. I'm also gonna rotate it so connector's on the top in case I need that. And we're going to shove that back in there as far as we can, which is kind of hard. We will use creative. Use the spectator camera to stick myself back in here. Alright. So where do I want to go? There! There looks good. That's the barrel just sticking out of the bottom. Could do it one more, couldn't I? Let's see what that looks like. Instead of there, just one more click out. Barrel sticks out a little bit. I don't know. I like it a little bit further back. I like it sort of tucked in. Right there. Perfection. Oop, there we go. And what else is in this assault weapons pack? Let's see. Block weapons. It comes with some missiles, it seems. Missile pods. Ooh. Missile batteries, missile pods. Let's see what these pods are like. Well, these are just like a normal rocket pods. That's the reloadable rockets. Artillery cannons. These are just normal missile pods. It's fine. Plug them in here and see what they, how they fire. Oh yeah, I should probably have, symmetry on for this. Rockets are kind of OP. Okay, well then I like them. I like it when the rockets are OP. Oh, but they're kind of, dumb. In the sense that they have, like, a spread. A couple of those missiles... Yeah, look how much they're spreading out over the firing range there. I mean, that looks really good if you're, like, you're diving, doing a nice dive into your enemy, and you're just going to go boom, 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 fire off a whole bunch of shots, and you're just going to bombard a location. Yeah, that looks fine. The next thing I need to get on here is... I need to get the wheels back on here. And that needs some conveyors. Because this thing isn't conveyored up anymore. So, conveyor, large conveyor, small conveyor, cargo container, connectors. Which soon, we will have small connectors. Very soon. So I'll have to come back to this build with that. And I'll have to put a small connector on it somewhere. But for now, this can be a small conveyor. And the wheels on the plane, where are they going to go? Where are the wheels on the plane going to go? I know these ones. They're going right here. Where are these airplane wheels? These bad boys. Plugging in right there. And it is double wheels. Double plane wheels. And then this one, it could go off of that connector, but it's kind of like fragile. I might go one back, and then I can put a block of heavy armor there, which would be this. And then I can cover this up with a panel of heavy armor, and that makes that a little bit more sturdy. Now that all that's there, I can get rid of my little support. The plane can hold itself now. Yep. Wheels. Get some strength to those. Yeah, probably 50%. And realistically, this should fly. So if we just copy it and throw some batteries in it. Pretty good. Oh god, it would help if I had a gyroscope, that's for sure. Now we can fly. It's like one of these things is required. God, my wheels are... These plane wheels are so glitchy, man. So much fun. They're just like wigging out. You can go up. Get some altitude here. And then you dive in on your target, go into your targeting computer, your targeting camera here. Unleash a bombardment. Oh, I didn't get many explosions. Come on. There we go. Woo! Flip to our gun. Oh, that's awesome. Alright. Now to pop back and let's fix this thing up. Let's get some wiring in it. Those other weapons here. We got missile pod, artillery cannon, reloadable. Why is it just... Is there more? Block weapons. What are these? Artillery lance? Oh, it's for large grid. Okay. I'm just like, what are these? It truly sucks that only large... you need large, ports for these missiles. I would absolutely love it if they only use small ports, because I could then run conveyors through the wings in order to reload those. But no, unfortunately, it needs more DACA. I understand, but there's a limit of how much DACA you should have. I know. It's strange for me to say that, but there is. We shall run a line of gyros down the middle. I think that'll be a good place for the gyros. And then we shall run a line of batteries over top of them. I think that'd be a wonderful place for the batteries. Although we can actually go back a little bit further. No, we can't. Okay. There is a engine there, so we can't go back further. But battery, and I think battery, I want to say. And also, why are you wiggling? Plane, why you wiggle? Here, let me fill in your wing. We just reposition you. What are you doing, plane? Stop. The autopilot was kicking in. It was trying to take off. Alright. And then along the top, it's just going to be zoop and zoop. And that's going to close it up. But then inside, which we're rolling. Park. Or is my spectator camera just doing something silly? No, we were rolling. Adherence for this, guys. Yes, it does. Okay. So, this is the block that holds my... holds my front landing... the front landing wheel in place. So I can't remove that. So I can remove this, and that gives me access to there. And then I can run conveyor back like that. And in this space, I think I can get a cargo container in here. I think I can get a medium one, too. I can get it in like this. Okay. Interesting. So I can get a medium cargo container in the thing like so. And then I can have a connector there, and then I can connect in through there. Interesting. Yeah, I lost the word for wheel in my head as I was saying landing something. Like, it's not landing gear. You need it to land. It's wheels. Right, wheels. And oh, I also need to get a little bit of paneling here. That, and that. There we go. That should be the paneling on either side, all done up. Now this gun is properly connected back into there. There is still a little bit of space in here. Unit conveyor the cannon to extra ship. Yeah, I did. Goes right through there. And it goes into here. And then that goes into the small thing here. And so we can get ammo in through the cockpit. Or I could, conceivably, punch my way out the sides here. Thump. And then have the, basically, refueling port right there. With a small connector. Which would be an ejector. Which I think I can I'll just put an ejector in. Because the future, that'll work. So I can just put an injector and a small conveyor. And I mean, it's a little awkward to get to, but that's a place where we could refuel it. We could also just punch through right here below the cockpit. Anywhere along here, we can punch in and put our ejectors. Like so. And we have a connection. So in the back here, we can just more than likely just fill this in. I mean, you could theoretically put in like a emergency reactor or something like that in there if you wanted to. Cover up that panel. It's good. We'll get some armor in here just to fill in this space. And a little bit more room if you wanted to do something with it, like more programmable blocks or something like that, or in the future AI blocks. And then on the top here, we've got our targeting, like our flight computer. So that's right there. And I don't think we need to fill in this space. This is not really a relevant space. Maybe just light armor, just so it's got some structure. Bada boom. That can work. Perfection. Although the new AI wouldn't be able to fly the plane correctly. You'd have to add thrusters in every direction. It would fly it like a space engineer's drone. But you could make them look like A10s and then put on the hit and run one where it goes over top and have it sort of fly past them. It would look like it, but it wouldn't actually be flying the plane. Alright, that's good. I think that's I think we've tightened this on one up. I like it. My Mustang was always good. Although theoretically we could get it a variant with better guns. And then there's the Kanajashi. I love this thing. If I remember correctly, this thing had... It had some... Yeah, in these little spaces right here, where there are there's like little empty spaces now, where it used to have... oh, yeah. All this stuff used to be industrial overhaul. Battery stuff. The flight time on this thing is going to be horrid now, comparatively. Yeah, the super batteries from industrial overhaul. It's got its cargo container. That's in here. And that's just connected through the small ports down to the bottom connector. So it can fly with a little bit of cargo. What are you running on in terms of power? What are you running on in terms of power? Do you have like a reactor or something in here? Because I honestly don't remember how much power this thing has. Do you have a reactor? Oh, okay, there's a small reactor right there. That's it. So those electron matrix banks, they were right here. So this thing doesn't actually have much power storage now. So I'd have to figure out a way I can squeeze in a battery. And I'm probably need to take a little bit of this wall out. Back to here. There's a little bit of space there I can get out. I could conceivably get a battery in here. So if I just do this, if I cut this back, and I place a battery in here, flat, like so, that's not going to interfere with the rotor housing. Yeah, that should be fine. This thing can still fly like that, right? Oh, yeah. Gotta love the Kanajashi, man. This thing is awesome. I love that it's so stable. It's so clang-filled, and, like, it should explode just because, but it's so frickin' stable. But we don't have much flight time when we're using our thrusters, but we have plenty of flight time while we're using our rotors. There we go. Now let's come on down here for a landing. Now we'll head over here. Apache needs to have its own landing spot. Not by the other planes. We'll put it in this little patch of ice over here. Yep. Good, Apache. All right, cool. So with that in place, we can tighten this up. And realistically, we could put an ore detector on, just because, you know, why not? People are going to fly around with this and try to find some ores, most likely. Because why the hell not? Well, I think I still need to figure out exactly what I want on those two screens there. Or maybe I should just leave that up to the player, whoever downloads it. Mustang is all good. These are actually nicely conveyed. If I bring my spectator cam over, we can see they're conveyed into the cockpit here. There's actually a whole bunch of internal engines in this design. So that you don't have a bunch of like the one propeller on the front isn't all of your thrust. There's actually a bunch of internal thrust in this thing, including a couple down the tail. So even if your propeller gets blown off, you can still fly. But yeah, armor conveyors. That is good. I like that idea. Well, wait, there's armored... Oh, there is reinforced conveyors for small. Nice. Oh, I need to get this on both sides. There we go. I just gotta put this back. Put that. There we go. So we can cut. I'm gonna lose the front of the plane. That's okay. We just need the plane bits. Wings. Wings. There we go. Wait, that's the wrong piece. I need the actual wings, not just the little tips. Boop. There we go. Because then we can make it the little tips. All right. There. All the way back to there. And when we can get in the reinforced tube. And just run it on through. Thing on there, and then cover it back up with some light panels. There we go. Although I need to follow the color of the wings here. There we go. Nice. Move. Lock weapons. There we go. Large grid plane. We need it. I don't know how well large grid planes actually fly. Ah, man. Oh, that Mustang just puts out the DPS. It was funny in Wrong Way Up, where Splitsy was like, "Your damn Mustang's too durable." Because it's heavy armor with, like, armored wings. He will build it. I've actually got a, oh, the one thing I want to do here real quick before I move on is I got the wing, I need to get the wing fill. Instead of armor in the wings, I can actually make them, like, wing. So that it's, less silly. Oh! Those are attached to the wheels. Okay, I need to, get a landing gear and put it up on a landing gear. Yeah, I hear you guys. Large grid plane. Yeah, I get it. Soon! Just let me cook. I'm working on a plane here. Alright, I need you to very quickly just give me the top of the plane. Thank you. There we go. Now I can go grab... let me just clear a single thing from there. I can grab it there. And then doo-doo. Boop. There we go. And now it's up. It's landing gear. Alright. Let me just fix these wings, and then I'll do it. Just give me a minute. I want to make the wings look good. Because then you can see the wings are one nice uniform color and shape. And then we can go to there, and go to there, and go to there. Oh wait, this isn't fucking mirroring! No! Because I copy and pasted it, so this goddamn thing isn't mirroring anymore. I have to do it on this side again. There. Now we can do this. Boom. And then we can go into grabbing this red and painting this section. And that's already got red armor on the bottom, so we're good. See, those wings are cleaner now. And now I just need to get the wheels back. Which need to be black. Right? Or is that like the other one? Just normal color? I left it just normal color. This color. Zoop. Get rid of that. This one is going to be the rear wheel. And what have my settings on? We'll go strength 50. Power doesn't really matter. Steering doesn't really matter because these guys are... Front guys are not steering. This back one is steering, but no propulsion. Because we actually steer with the back wheel. Ha! That works. And the steering angle can be a little bit higher. There we go. just hover. They didn't have hovering back in World War II when this thing was active. So this is supposed to be like accurate. Alright. You can stay there. Good Mustang. See, that's a pretty Mustang, man. Okay. You guys want something large grid, right? You want me to make a large grid plane? See if this is even possible. Oh, I already got a landing gear on the thing. Yes, that way. Actually, we need to go further out. I don't need a blueprint. I'm just going to throw something down. It's going to be weird. So we'll go about, say, 15 out on the wings. Let's get some more armor shapes. From my understanding, we want this side doing this. And then some armor shape going back a couple blocks. And then this side doing this. Right? Something like that. I want to see making large grid space worthy craft. Rounded blocks for the fuselage. Rounded, yes. And then we can just go back a certain amount. And come forward a certain amount. And this is just going to be for testing. So there's just going to be a random cockpit on the front. And batteries down the center. And we'll throw a little bit of a tail down here. Let's get something in the middle here, so we can get rid of those blocks. This is gonna look silly, but oh well. I don't know, something like this. Yeah, we need gyros, we need wheels. There's still more stuff to add. Alright, what? These plane wheels are for large grid? Damn, they have plane wheels for large grid. I didn't know. I guess these? I don't know. I want this to be a slight... There we go. One block higher, so that way it's slightly pointing upwards. Sci-fi Atmos, because they look cool. Let's go! Wait, there's no... The wing blocks, they're... Wait, the wing blocks are for large grid too? I didn't know! I didn't know the wing blocks were for large grid. I thought they were just for small grid. I've never built a large grid plane, damn it. Don't get mad at me. Wait, why am I rolling forward? I thought I... Park. Park, goddammit. See, I don't know these things. I only build small grid planes, so don't get mad at me for this. Fine, we'll do this. We gotta get wing fill in here. What? There we go. I mean, realistically, does this... Does that hold it? I think it does it? Well, we're going to find out. Nope, it doesn't. Okay. It crunches. Okay, we need more landing gear. Come on, landing gear. There we go. Now I can rebuild the wings properly. We'll go out to... Yeah, that's far enough. I could taper these wings and do it nicely, but I'm not going to. Not yet. Not yet. We need to experiment first. We'll do that with the tail. We'll go... Nice big taper on it. Oh yeah, big tail. Boom. Delicious. Perfection. Wheel. Wheel. Let's go. It's a proof of concept, but it does fly. Alright. Well, I don't know. It's first, it looks like a paper airplane, but at least it flies. Whee! I mean, this is the kind of plane that I'd build on like a survival world just to get off the ground kind of thing. We need it in Season 5. Alright. I will take my time properly next week, and I will put together an actual large grid, large plane. A plane base. Oh my god, you could actually do it. You could have a flying base. Oh! You could. It is possible. Okay, I'll make a flying base next week. But that's it for now. You've shown that the concept is possible. We will make it later. For now, do you stop at all? Come on, there you go. Stay. Good thing. A plane aircraft carrier. You could actually theoretically do that, because I've got my script that holds you at a certain altitude and speed. So if you got your plane set up on a heading, altitude, and speed, and you're just flying, it would actually be not that hard to land on its roof. Because you just pull up beside it, you just fly up top of it, then you just slowly descend until your wheels touch, and then you just park. Like, it wouldn't actually be that hard to land on like a giant plane like that. And the takeoff, all you need to do is just, like, pull up, and you'll just lift off, and you'll fly away. It'll be great. Okay, back to my original goal this today. Was to see if I can make this thing fit this. So, in total, this thing is approximately 9 wide. Currently, inside this thing, it is 9 wide. However, this back juts into 7 wide. So therefore, we need to redesign this back, which I think might just be just cut it off right here. Right? Just cut one thing back. Right? We should just be able to do that. Go to here, go to there, and just go slice. 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 I have to rejigger this section. But theoretically, in a perfect world, that just fits now. I mean, I'll have to change some of his armor a little bit here. Probably go to this and go to this. And that position. And if we reinstall the ramp that I had on it before, is this tall enough now? Okay. So this thing is from the bottom approximately 7 blocks tall. From the top here, this thing is approximately 7 blocks tall. Nice! I don't think we actually need to do much more than this. Much more to this than get a ramp on it. And I'm just going to shut this thing down because it's so loud. Plane is so goddamn loud. No idea how much time I spent editing to get the plane to shut the hell up during my recordings. All the time I'm just like, lower the volume there, raise it there, lower it there. It was nuts. But we can go for a hinge gate back here. So we'll drop a block. We'll grab a hinge. And which way is this hinge pointing? Is it the right away? Yep, we good there. And then it should be. We're gonna need blast doors. Full blast door there, and then blast door edges along here. But we're gonna need like that, so we can get and then blast door. This actually here should be a corner, and then these can be edges going back, say, yay far, approximately. We can adjust this, and then we can fill it in. And then we can put some edges on this side and put a corner here. And then we can take this thing and lower it down. I think we should turn it off. It's going to fall into position, right? Yeah, just leave it off like that. Someone say, re. If I can get this thing in here, close that ramp, and then take off with it in there, I'm going to be a very happy man today. It's so close. Oh, it's... No, it's just... Oh, it's just too big. It's like... Because this thing is literally the smallest you can make a Rover in terms of width without having some like weird crossing of your wheels. Because we only have the wheel, the suspension, the block, the suspension, the wheel. So realistically, we need to make this thing a bit wider. So let me just copy this over here. And let's fuck with this one. Yeah. But then you would have an even Rover? I mean, you could do that, but it's just like... I don't know. There's something in me that... It tweaks my brain and I don't like it. Okay. We need to cut this door off. We'll need this door later, but we'll need to widen it, but we'll just throw it over here. Bloop. And we need landing gear, because we need to go put this up on a stand, so we can work with it. Come on. Come on, you silly thing. Over here. Over there. Good. Zoop that up there. And I'm going to grab it off of center. Right there. So that way, what I should be able to do is I should be able to go and say, this side of the plane is going bye-bye. And I can slice it away. But I want to copy this whole thing. I can figure this out as I go. So I'm going to take this part right here. And I'm going to go slice. And just for testing purposes, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Because this is the block we removed. And then we need the one more block. And then another more block, right? Wait. One more block, because then this is going to be our center line. This block here. Yes. I think that is. I think that's correct. Let me just see what that looks like. What part is that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, then that. This thing. Oh, come on. You're off as fuck. You're supposed to copy based on the block I'm staring at, you stupid thing. So I can snap you in there. Ah, see? That worked. So now the symmetry is one block over to the right. So this whole tail assembly and all that kind of stuff needs to be one block over. Which doesn't matter right now. Just leave it for a second. We can just actually drop this thing back. It's got its wheels. It'll stay together. So. Oh, did I slice this? Did I place it back in one off? I totally did. Look. It's 1, 2 forward. Okay, whatever. It's Frankenstein right now. I don't care. We just need to see if the rover fits. I can fix it later. This is all just testing. It's testing, I tell you. So then this is my center, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no. I need another block up there. Anyway, let's see if this is wide enough. This whole thing was a fail, but that's okay. Now we need this, which we can get rid of that, and then take out this, go over here, and go zoop, 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 and go into there. And then we can come into here and say hinge off. And then we just give it a little bit of battery. And hinge, why aren't you not hinging? Hinge lock off, that hinge. Why hinge? Why you no hinge? Are these blocks preventing you from hinging? Well then, it wasn't even connected to the hinge properly. There you go. Now it works. Alright, put those there. See if we can get the rover in. Interesting being able to see through the cockpit from this position. But once I get the dimensions correct, I'll be able to properly rebuild the plane. So this is within one extra block of width. And... oh, it works! You can totally get a rover in this plane. Look at that! God, I'm gonna move this battery real quick, just so I can get the rover further deeper inside. You can go here and go, okay, park it up. It's time for me to sleep well. All right, well, have a good night. Okay, I'm gonna just cut that off for a second. That thing is parked. I want to see what happens when I just take off with that inside of it. Which we can just take off. We can just do this, right? Yeah, we got thrust. We good. This is the main cockpit. Why can't I not control my thrusters? Because they're all off. Huh? Engines. Hello. Okay. Rover is just parked. It's not like in there with a mag plate or anything. I just want to see if I can take off with it in there. Nice and gentle takeoff. Oh, no, we lost it. Okay. Ooh, the camera in front of my house just picked up something. What is it? Who's in my driveway at 9:30 at night? Ah, it's my neighbor driving by. That's what triggered the camera. Anyway. Okay, so if we made the whole plane 2 blocks wider, because this is just 1 block wider, right? No, this was 2 blocks wider. Well, how wide is this thing right now? We are currently at 10 blocks, and it fits in nicely. So if I make it 11 blocks, so that it's even again, and then I have a lockdown mechanism with like mag plates or something, I could conceivably have rovers in my C130. And it's not so wide that it looks weird. It's not like it's like fat out, like just this giant fat plane. It would be functional. Just not the best. Okay. Let's make it actually look good. Let's make it actually be good. I'll stick my little rover down here. Oh, and also, I need to go and paste in my, I need to clean up all of my blueprints here. I got so much freaking blueprints. I have, from my different series, I've got the jump jack. I don't know what's missing from this thing that's not in this world. Oh, build and repairs. That's what's not in this thing. So from the different series, we've got the jump jack for the first series, which... come on. Lock. There we go. Was that series 1? No, series 1 was just a regular spawn ship. But I made the jump jack, and then I made the bison. And then I made the wave rider. Which this is missing its buoyancy blocks from Industrial Overhaul, but that's okay. All right. Parachutes pop out of there. Ah, all right. Just turn off its antenna for now. Don't want to see these icons on my screen all the time. All right. And then the new one is the unnamed as so far Orbiter, which is a derivative of the Wave Rider. Wave Rider turned into the Wave Diver, which is now turning into the Arbiter. This is going to be Season 5 starting ship, which I think looks great. A space plane! So we went from a small hydrogen ship to a rover, to a boat, to a plane. And I guess the next thing I have to do is start a season with a train. And then I'll be good. Okay. Now the important thing with this is that I have all of the... Which one is it here? That's the pilot unused. This is the autopilot. So I can't get rid of this block here. That autopilot needs to stay there. And I'd also like to keep this cockpit intact because this is the cockpit that has all of the controls on it already. So I think this could be a regular version of the C130. Just as it is here. Although I do need to set up a way to properly refuel this thing better. Because I did, in the end, have a connector on the very nose of the aircraft, right here. Which made it a lot easier to refuel. And then before I had it on the bottom of the aircraft, which was kind of annoying. I assume with the small connectors coming up soon, if you wanted to just fuel this, you could easily just have small connectors, like right there, right? Yeah, you could totally just have ejectors right there. And you could just connect right up to the bottom of these engine housings. You just fuel the engine pods directly. The other thing I wanted to do on here was open up this side. Come on. There we go. Because on the actual C130, there isn't this ramp here. That doesn't exist. What exists is there is the cockpit, and there is literally a door right here, and then there's just a wall separating the cockpit from the back of the area. Door. I think we can make this a sci-fi sliding door off to one side. That gives it a little bit, right, need power on this damn thing in order to do this. Again, I'll just slap a battery on the roof for now. That way it's as tight as it can get to there, and I can put the wall for it here. And then in the back, there's the ability to get up front through a doorway that is literally right here as well. So it'd be like a doorway there to get up to the front. And then this is the front. And it's sealed off from the rest of the plane. Like this. and you've got your cockpit, and you can get out directly, or you can get out into the back. And then this is all cargo back here. Oh, jeez, that's conveyors. Never mind. And then you can put in like a little stair. We don't have... Yeah, see, these stairs are all too big, too. It's not like I can put in actual stairs in here. But I just want these like tiny little steps. But in that case, we just put some... I think you can walk up these slopes like this. Yeah, you can. So you can just walk right up these slopes. Right into the front. Then here we put a ladder. Should we? Can we? Oh, the ladder's so big, man. I wish there was like a small ladder that was half that length. So it could just be like the top little bit. Like here up. That's all I want. I want this bottom rung cut off. It's like even like this ladder is realistically two pieces welded together. If we could cut it in half there just so you can like get on here and climb up, that'd be amazing. But no. I mean, this is pretty good. Also, there is actually, I think, a third seat in the C130. I think there's like a jump seat back here or something. You can easily have like a passenger seat. Oh, and that's a perfect place for the passenger seat offset because it only takes up 2 blocks. Ha ha ha! Beautiful. Oh, and also, this is a full block. I can angle that and make it look gooder. Make it look gooder, I say. I have English. It is my primary language, and I can say things like gooder. And also, on the actual C130, there's a bunch of like benches and stuff along here within cargo nets and such. And realistically, I believe it's shorter on the actual one. It's not this tall. But we need it this tall in order to get Space Engineers rovers and stuff in. Because, you know, Space Engineers isn't exactly correct in terms of its sizings. What's good for small grid? I want to make little portholes. I guess I could just have 1x1 window. The thing there. Let's just put a passenger seat here. You can sit, you can look back at the cargo, and put a little window here. Well, I kind of don't want to make this airtight. Just put a little barred window there so we can look out back. I don't know. What do we want to do? And then you got this as cargo space. And then doors at the back. Which work. Yeah, that looks so much better. That is kind of annoying, though. It's hard to get up. But do I want to make it the full ramp? It would come out to here. Yeah, let's make it a full ramp. It's easier to walk up now. That's better. It's too bad these storage shelves and shit aren't on small grid, because they'd look real good there. These have like some shelving and stuff along the edges of here. It would look like it was lots of storage. Oh, but I do know what I need. I need some lights in this thing. Because there is no lighting. Yeah, there's a serious lack of small grid decorative. That is for sure. Let's see. So that's just a nice open space for you. The question is, yeah, the current connector system actually only goes to the wings, to the fuel pods. There is actually no conveyors to this front area here because there is no connector here yet. I could theoretically have a connector in the nose, although it would lose the nose look. And I could run conveyors back, and I could run conveyors through the walls using reinforced conveyors. They would look fine. And through the ceiling, and so that I could connect them up. But I actually kind of like having just all the stuff in the wings. I actually like it that way. And it's literally a cargo aircraft for moving like vehicles and chunks of stuff rather than coastal ladder mod. Ooh, cool. I'll have to try that out in the future. And then if somebody wants to go in there and make the thing like function for their particular plane, for example, or like their particular use, like they want to put a bunch of cargo in here, go right ahead. But this is my C130, and that's all it is. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. So we need to... I will make a slightly larger version of this that holds rovers. But I think I'm going to have this one for now. Blast. Got some blast doors back here. Yeah, because that starts to come up. But that's okay. We can just make that blast. Is all good. We can even make that a blast door corner if we wanted to. Or I wonder if I should sink this whole door back one more block. It should be connected there. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I need to get my body out of the way, get my spectator camera here. I'm going to disconnect that there. We're going to plug that thing in right there. And can I get this to plug without it? No, it's not going to work. I need to put the hinge back on. Unfortunately. I guess it's because it's on the ground. Okay. Hinge. And I also want to make sure the hinge is in the right orientation for my needs. If I remember correctly... that is positive up, I want to say. That's positive down. Okay, other way around. I got it wrong. That way. Okay. So this means it'll be positive so many degrees. It's closed. Negative so many degrees is open. That makes sense in my mind. I like that. I hate it when those things don't paste. Oh well, whatever. I'll just rebuild it. I want to go... Trying to think about when it's closed. That far, I want to say? I want to try closing that before I make it all pretty. Alright. So for this hinge, I just need a panel here so I can access it real quick. I guess I could just use this panel here. There we go. Hinge. Velocity 0.1. Actually, no, just 1. Right, come on. Hinge. Come on. Come on, little hinge you. Do you have enough torque? Is that the issue? Yes! You don't have the torque to pull up the thing. Alright, let's inspect the length here. 1 block less, I'd say. So if I got rid of that, I got rid of that, it would tuck in that little bit further. And even so then, I'd say 1 block less. Yeah, that fits quite nicely, actually. But I could just get rid of these little blocks in here. Oh, there. Oh, yeah, that tucks in. Look how nicely that tucks in. That is exactly where how the length I want it. Okay, okay, okay. We good. We Gucci. So then hinge. Rear door. Going to reverse. Wait, how many is this? This is 26. All right, so upper limit is going to be 25. Lower limit is going to be like minus 15 or something. Yeah. Ooh, that's looking good. We just need to raise that up a little bit. And then set it to 0. And then... yeah, exactly what I was going to do. Mag plate at the top. That's what I had on the series. Hinge. Click. And we can actually cycle that mag plate a little bit. And then lock it, and that gets it tighter. I mean, that's pretty good. But I think the mag plate could be back a block. Yeah, I need a button panel in here. Probably just a vertical button panel. Right there. This top one is going to be... gonna be hinge reverse. And then we'll have the mag plate locking there. So where was that mag plate? It was... drop it back to there. We'll see how that works. we go. All right, I had mirror mode on. Nope, get rid of there. Yeah. Okay. Magnetic plates, switching locks. Hinge. Actually go to 26. Because that's going to catch it. And then if I switch it again, it'll tuck in a little bit tighter. Hi. Hello, Canadian meteorologist. How am I feeling? I'm feeling absolutely wonderful. I am not sick at all anymore. I'm fully recovered from my COVID. I am a healthy boy. Now, there is this tiny little bit here. I could, theoretically, conceivably, bury a landing gear so that this is flush. Airtight doors as Rover wheel shocks. What? Hangar doors as wheel shocks? There's no... I'm confused what you mean airtight doors as Rover rear shocks. A folding chair? Why is there a folding chair? Why is it a part of the assault weapons pack? That's so weird. Okay. Alright. We got a folding chair for some reason. We need to get some lights in here. Oh, have a good night. Too bad it's too late for you. You can't stick around. We'll go over the doors here. And then how many 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20 or so? What can we go here? We'll go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's good enough. That's plenty of light. And all we need to do is just increase those. So interior lights, we'll go a radius of, say, 5. We'll go take down their fall off a little bit, take down their intensity a little bit. I'm going to say 2. And give them a nice light beige. 240, 240, 220. Sorry, wrong. And that just cuts the light a little bit, makes it a little easier on the eyes. And you got a nice full light in there. And then I can do this. I can go make a group for those lights. Lights. And then I can put that on here. Group, interior lights off. Oh, I love it. Just need to clean up this bit here. I think this, and then this, and then this. And then the door should fit in there nicely, right? Yeah, it fits in there just fine. Where's the magnetic plate? You could put the panel up by the cockpit. Oh, for controlling this stuff? This button panel? Oh, I kind of like having the button panel right beside the rear door. So that way the person who's like doing like the loading has control over it. And you got a jump seat for the cargo guy as he watches the cargo as you're flying. And you got the pilot and co-pilot. And you can get out here. Theoretically, if I made the thing 2 blocks wider, I could have it there. I think it would fit. It might be maybe. We'll see. We take away the battery up there. And I think what I can do is I actually think there's enough space underneath here in the nose that I can fit a battery somewhere. Because look at all this space in the nose here. Yeah, I could totally fit a battery in the nose. So I can have a basically a single battery up here as my sort of launching battery. Have it right underneath their seats. Right here, right down in the floorboards. We have a battery. And realistically, I could put 2 of these side by side, right? Yeah, I could theoretically fit 2 batteries in here. There we go. And theoretically, even like a third up right here. So I can fit 3 batteries in the nose underneath the floorboards. That gives it plenty of extra power storage. It's got its engines with hydrogen, but if I'm not mistaken, the props, they take 3.6, and I have a certain number of engines. We have 16, and they make 500 each. So I'm getting 8 total. And my propellers consume more than that for sure. Wait, yeah, because I'm getting 8 total. I'm getting 3.6 times 4. So I'm using like 14, but I can only generate 8. So the batteries will cover the deficit. And then I need to put it on here. We'll have the... that's the flight controls. Here we'll have the rear door first, and we'll have the mag plate switch lock. So I can control the rear door from the cockpit. All locked up. And realistically, this plane should be ready to fly. If I make a quick copy of it, just so I won't screw it up and have to reload. toggle on our thrusters, our propellers. And, oh yeah, man, look at that. Even with the 3 batteries, what do these guys output? We got 12 here. Why are my engines not on? Oh, my engines aren't on. There we go. That's why we're pinning. Yeah, I didn't have them on there. We can start powering forward, lifting off with the C130. Beautiful plane. Absolutely beautiful. Loud! Oh my god, sorry. Headphone users. I probably killed you there. We can get up. And then we can run our autopilot. And now we're just flying on autopilot. Excellent. Go C130. Because I'm just looking for a version that I can put on the workshop that I can put out there and just be like, here's a base version, modify as you wish, sort of thing. So I think this is a good version of it to put out there so you guys can have it. Coming on in for a landing. And touchdown. There's no space in this thing for retractable landing gear. You require several blocks of space for that. And it's just not possible with this size of plane. Then we can turn off our thrusters, turn off our engine, and drive around to go into a park. Wait, are my wheels even on? Oh, they are. Oh, they just don't have propulsion. Oh, is it only the nose that has propulsion? Ha, funny, it's just enough to taxi. Take out that tree. Yeah, you can make hinge landing gear, and you can hide them away. It's just there's no space. I would need an extra block or 2 of space on this plane to be able to, if I hinged them from there and they hinged up, they would just be inside the plane and they would be in the way. So theoretically it's possible, but I would need to cut down on the interior size a bit. Like if they hinged up, they would be occupying that space. And then I need to build around it. So if I had it so that the entire plane was the level of the cockpit, was this all the way back, I could do hinged landing gear. But that's a different plane than what I've got here, which is just maximizing internal space. It's doable, but not with this as the size it is. This looks pretty good. Ah, what else I got out here? I can go through some of my blueprints, man. I got a bunch of crazy stuff, like just random Thunderbolts, like random A10 blueprints from the middle of the season when I was doing something silly. Like I'm flying the plane and I hopped out to make a quick blueprint. Like, get out of here. Oh, somebody was asking earlier about my little Atmo drone thing. This is my Gopher from Season 3. Let's put it over here. There it is. My little Gopher. Perfect little miner. Let's get in. Remote access. Atmo miner. Oh, it's full of ice. Yeah. I mean, this is it right here. I can put this up on the workshop, I guess. There isn't really anything I need to do to clean this thing up. I mean, it's pretty good as is. It's got its lights it needs. It's got its big downward thrust. It's got its reverse thrust. It can't really very effectively like plunge drill, like go straight down because it's only got 3 reverse thrust. Which I could theoretically improve that. I could put some reverse on here. Somewhere. Like, right? I can put reverse thrust right there. That fits. Kind of. That's about as fits as well as that stuff up there. But yeah, that's the little drone. It had 2 large batteries, keep it good. It had its 1 medium cargo container. Oh, there's a 3rd large battery, yeah. 3 batteries, medium cargo container, and just enough to just do a little bit of mining and then run away. The NPC. Why do I have the NPC bookmarked and blueprinted? I mean, it looks cool, but it's missing a whole bunch of blocks because the mods are gone. The B2? No, we bring up the B2. We spawn it in here. It needs to come in here anyway. It needs to be in this world. There we go. No, the B2 is not on the workshop. Stay. Good B2. I still need to do some more stuff to the B2. As far as I understand, I think the autopilot in this one is a really old version of the autopilot. Because I was using this when I was testing it. And this is like real old. So this is what, 594 lines? Let's take a look at the autopilot script as it is now on the workshop. As soon as the scripts load. 594. Just gotta remember that number. Come on. Thank you. Auto era. Yeah, 652. It's a completely different version of the script. It's one of the old, like, early experimental versions of it. But God, this plane is cool. I love it. I love this bomb bay. It works so well. Let me cycle the bomb rack deploy. Oh, it's so good. And you can walk along here while they're deploying. Oh. And then theoretically, you can put a little projector there and rebuild at least some of the stuff during flight. Unfortunately, you can't rebuild the warheads in flight because they're too close to the blast doors. And then we've got all of the gunner positions. They jump in and they have gun. Although realistically, the B-2 wasn't a gunship. But I was designing this for Wrong Way Up. And Wrong Way Up, you needed to have some turrets on you that were manual control. And we were going to use this to bomb their what do they call their big rover? Whatever it was, their giant rover. We're going to bomb it with this. But we never got around to it. And they never sort of let us use this big of a thing. So what we were going to do is we're going to have, like, I was going to fly it. And then, like, everybody else was going to get into turrets. And they were just going to shoot down anything that tried to chase me. And I was going to fly over and I was just going to bomb the shit out of it. But we never got to. Which is unfortunate. But it was fun. But we have different turrets here, don't we? What kind of stuff do these got? 80mm flax, missile batteries, lead ship. Oh, that's like that's like a tank turret. Cool. And that's just all the ones for small grid. Okay. And there's ones for large grid. Oh yeah, there we go. 80mm flak. 150mm duals. Cool. Auto cannon turret. Yeah, that's for large grid. Storm cannon. Oh, I think I've seen tanks that have that kind of turret shape to it. And then 43mm, 20mm point defense. Which is on 30mm chain gun. That's a tiny ass little turret. That's so cute. He hath found the small grid 180s. Oh, sorry, 150mm. Yeah, these are cool. Let me just slap one of these on here and just like pop in for a second just to take control of it and see what it's like. Blech. Yeah, I've seen the coaxial. It's pretty cool. Control. That's nice. Yeah, it is literally just a tank turret. The entire thing. That's kind of cool. So you could just build a tank and throw that on top of it, like a tank chassis. You don't actually need to make a proper tank turret out of, like, rotors and shit. You just throw that on it. Nice. I mean, realistically, if I want to make this the B-2, I'd just remove these turrets. Because it doesn't need it. It's a B-2 bomber. It's supposed to fly high and fly fast and not be seen. And it's got a bunch, like I mean a bunch of internal thrusters. Like insane quantities of internal thrust. And also hidden in the wings, even though they're like fully armored wings, there's actually wing blocks, which give it way more lift than it should have. And let's take this up for fun. Yeah. You see how quickly this thing gets up to speed, and it just takes off. No issues. How hard is it to change mod the sound effects? Asking for my playthrough, not suggesting you do it. Depends what you're trying to do. Like, for example, in my last playthrough, there was the automatic mining things, the mining nodes, and they were unbearably loud. So I went in and edited them so they didn't play their sound. If it's something like that, where you just want something to stop playing, you're just trying to mute it completely, then it's quite easy just to go in and you edit the mod just to remove that line of text where it references the sound that it needs to play. And then it can't find the sound it needs to play, and therefore then it doesn't play it. But if you're looking to like put in a different sound, you would either have to change the sound file that it's trying to access, or you'd have to put in a new sound file and then point it to that new one, however you wanted to do that. That's one way you could do it. Why are we... I thought I told this thing to... That. Why am I so slow? Zero meters a second. Why? Yeah, see, this is a problem. When I had the early version of the autopilot, it just bugged for silly reasons. I gotta fix this plane. I gotta make it fly properly. Oh, hi, puppy. My puppy just walked by me. See, it properly holds, but it's not holding speed. I still have manual control over the thrust. But at least it's holding left and right. That's weird. Oh, going in for landing. This thing, even though it's giant, is like ridiculously maneuverable. Like it's got so much thrust and gyro, it can just do whatever it needs. Coming on here for a landing. Perfection. I mean, realistically, what you could do is you could find the sound file related to that mod within the mod and open the sound in an audio editing program and then raise its volume through that audio editing program, and then it would just sound louder. Or you could just find an all different sound and put it in there for you and just change the sound completely. Now, this plane, I could conceivably have folding gear. There's probably enough room. Considering there's a couple blocks of space here. So there's this space up front. And then back here for these wheels, there's just oodles of space inside this plane. I could conceivably have folding gear on this plane. It's kind of hard to see unless I have my lights on. But I'd need to rebuild the wheels from the ground up. But if you're going to do that, let me show you for example. How it would work is you would have a a grid. And you would have it come out like this. Let's just get some symmetry going. There. We'd have a grid like that. And then in the plane parts, wherever they are, here we go. We have these plane landing gear doors. So then we've got the doors. So we can go and put a door yeah, it's all sorry, talking to somebody. We can put these on here like so. Just like that. All right. Then we don't need what's on top. Cut this back. Oh, I cut some off completely. I forget how, what, I think it's this. No, wait, other way around. These blocks are needed there. Yeah, so they plug into those blocks. And we just get a battery. And a control seat so I can screw with these things. And I can stick them on my bar here. They open up like so. Damn it. Really? They can... Oh, I guess they connect to that side. I am just being silly by screwing this up multiple times in a row. I have a good example of this back in my other world, but I want to get rid of that world because it's so laggy. That, and that. And that's the space. And then you go to the hinge for the plane parts. I think 1-to-1 is correct. Yeah, put that thing here. And then you go the plane wheel. I think this is the one for this size. Which wheel is it? And I'll just throw that wheel in there like that. It fits. And then you can go the doors, motors, and you can put doors and then motors. Open them up and move them down. Are you just caught here? Is that what's wrong? I'm not doing this very well as an example. Or do you need velocity? There you go. Yeah, lower limit is 0, upper limit 90. There we go. Then you can tuck your wheels away. And then once your wheels are tucked, you can close your doors. Although it's probably going to wait for that. Although they kind of show through. But that's the concept of how you would do that in the mod. So, as you can see, you need approximately a few blocks of space in order to do this. So not only that, we need to go one block higher, and then we can cover over. So in total, you need 3 blocks of space in order to have retracted wheels. So theoretically, I can do it here. Because I have the block, and then I could conceivably get away with that. Yeah, I can make this happen. I can have it so that the wheels tuck up over here behind this wall and hide them in this space, and they would come down into the center. And then the same thing over here, the wheels would tuck up into this space, and the wheels would tuck up into... I'd have to move this wheel assembly probably to this side a little bit, so there's enough room for the wheels to go here, and the wheels to go here. But you could do retractable wheels on that B2. And one moment here, I hear my doggy. She's outside, and she needs to be let in, and I'll be right back. There we go. That's something I can do another day. I can add those wheels on there another day. And then this thing would look really good. It could like take off nicely, tuck away its wheels automatically, fly off to its target, drop its bomb bay, like drop its load through the bomb bay doors, then retract the bomb bay doors, put out its wheels, land again. It'd be beautiful. Oh, my doggy is licking my toes. Ah! Oh, no, she's attacking me toes. Why you attack the toes, girl? Why do you attack the toes? What about my toes is so delicious? Ah! God, this retractable cockpit just looks so good as it goes forward. Like, on here it looks kind of silly because there's nothing there for it. But here, because there's a bunch of plane here, it just looks perfect. Like it's sliding on a rail that's there. You were away when you added the new weapon mod. Was the end result for the A10? Oh, sure, I'll show you. So, as we get up, get some altitude, we've got both a 40mm fixed autocannon, and then we've got a 220mm missile pods. For all the damage. Yeah, I love this kind of plane. See, like, I could never add retractable landing gear to this A10. Ever. Like, there's no space. These wings are completely full. No way you could put any there. I was looking at any of the large grid weapons. I briefly looked at them. Not really that much yet. But why? You want me to look at some of them? This is 40mm assault turrets. Cool. Bat. Alright, let's set up a little thing. Let's look at these turrets. Let's do some boom booms. Alright, let's line them up. Alright, that's that group. That's that group. Or these larger turrets you're talking. Block weapons. Here we go. It's those two groups of weapons. Oh, up here we got another whole thing of big guns. Oh, big gun. Real big guns. Okay. Jesus Christ, these are big. Wait. This is a Vanquisher and Demolisher. They're different. Okay. And then that's the siege cannon that I started with here. Yeah, okay. Alright. It's from the top. 150mm dual turret. Pretty scary. 20mm point defense. So that's probably like an interception thing. 800-meter radius, 800-meter radius, missile battery. Woo! That's tasty. Storm cannon. So that's a 30mm cannon. All right. The 400mm assault turret. Again, the AI aiming range is only 800 meters. Yeah, being vanilla and nothing go past 800 meters for AI, yeah. This thing is chonky. Dear God, that's big. How far do these shells actually go, though? Is a good question. I would like to know. Let me take control of that thing. Let me aim it at that hillside. Just above that hill. So 2 kilometers, eh? It should hit that hill then. So if I go into here and I go click, I can follow the shells. Oh, boom, explode right here. Yeah, that's about 2 kilometers. Okay. Some chunky shells. So then there's casemate. Okay, so this always got a limited range. So it's the same... Wait. It's the same shell, But it's just this limited left and right slide up and down. Oh, it's like those turrets that were like... God, this is my only point of reference for this. Is like the World War One tank from Indiana Jones. It had those on the side of it. That's all I remember. So it's like my only pop culture reference for that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And it's got the two-shot version of it and a full turret of just one cannon. Okay. And then it's just chunky. Very chunky turrets. Just big old chunky. Like 8 freaking what? What? It's huge. What is that? That's the Endbringer. Of course it's called the frickin' Endbringer. You can't even see what you're aiming at with this thing. Oh, god damn, that hurts. I don't know where those shells are. They're there. They exploded right here. Damn, that's loud. So everything here is just all the big same shell, but just progressively more ridiculous. Like, I totally understand this guy. That, sure. This, sure. This guy, yes. 3, 4, makes sense, maybe. 3's starting to be big. 4, yeah, this is like a naval gun. Why 8? Why 8? It's too many. Is there even more in this mod? Where? There's also these torpedoes. These are fixed autocannons. Flak, point defense. I still love this little chain gun. I love how it hangs. It's so cool. 3rd row, 2nd from the right. 3rd row, 2nd from the right. Here. Artillery lance. Okay. Oh, holy shit. Just the size of some of these guns. They're ridiculous. Macro battery? What the fuck is that? What the absolute hell? Dual railgun. Okay, okay. So that's just railguns. Okay, okay. That I know. That I'm like, I understand this. The other thing here. Artillery lance. 1,000 millimeters. What the actual fuck? Oh, it's got a lot of drop. Damn, okay, we gotta aim up here. Let's get our camera into position. So we can follow the shell. We'll just lob it this way. Oh, where'd it go? I lost. Oh, wow. Okay. I blew up. I just blew up at the 2 kilometers. Okay. Cool. And then the last one was this. Where was it? Macro battery. Oh, I expected this to be like a laser or something. I was mistaken. Oh, it's just a big old short barrel cannon. I see. That's like your like your BattleTech AC-20 right there. No, big old gun. Cool. I mean, personally, when it comes to Space Engineers combat, I prefer to stay on this side. Because I think this is plenty. Like, I'd rather have, oh, I could have a bunch of these around the ship. And when you start getting into like 8-barreled silliness, like, it's just too much. And your stuff's too big. In my opinion. Maybe this 2-barrel and 3-barrel, I could be like my largest. Yeah, it looks just like the Gauss housing on Fafnir's. That's totally correct. I like staying down here in, like, frigate and cruisers. Big old battleships is not my type. But that's cool. That's a cool set of weapons and mods there. Yeah, I could see. Oh wait, because this is just the casemates are literally just what. Oh god, where are they in here? These things. Oh, they're only for large. They should make these casemates for small and make them smaller caliber. If they had a small caliber casement, it's literally exactly what I need to make this an AC-130. Like, can you imagine that on the side of the... God, I can't get this to fucking balance. You know what I mean? If that was, like, sitting there, but this was, like, a small gun, like, this was, like, an assault cannon or something size, that would be exactly what the AC-130 is. Because that's what the side of the AC-130 has, is these casements. I want that. Give it to me. Cool. I guess the only one I didn't try out here is probably the flak. Yeah, there it is. 80mm flak. Woo. Yeah, we need that in Space Engineers. We need a flat cannon for anti-fighter stuff. All right. I did some good work today. We rejiggered the A10. I think I'm going to wrap it up here soon. I've been streaming for, what, 2.5, pretty much? And also, it's getting late, and I'm getting a little bit hungry, so I'm going to have a snack. As, you know, since you guys are here, Season 4 is done. I'm very happy about that, because it was getting on a little too long. Season 4 started in 2021, and it's 2023 right now. So Season 4 went on for a year and a half approximately, which I feel is a bit too long. I'm going to try to keep Season 5 to like 9 months. Something around there. I want to start Season 5 when Automatons comes out and everything gets updated, and then it'd be really nice to just be like, Christmas, wrap it up, sort of thing. It's the end of the year. I have a bunch of time off at the end of the year. I can wrap things up nicely. Yeah, I want to do that. So I'm going to try to get Season 5 to be like 9 months long. And to be like, I don't know, Season 4 got to 67 episodes. I'd like to keep Season 5 to 50 max. Yeah, 50 is probably good. Yeah, it's around there. I should be wrapping my season up in the 40s and then it should finish in episode 50 something. But in the meantime, I have this entire week off. I plan on streaming not only some Space Engineers, doing some more Season 5 prep. I need to not only practice, but also do some dry runs of stuff, and also work on, like, I've got this starter plane. Do I need to make any changes to it? And also, I'm going to have the no more free energy mod, which makes it so that hydrogen is actually a power loss in order to turn it from ice to hydrogen to power. So I can't use ice as a fuel. So I'm going to need to fuel this in other means, solar and wind, and recharging it at a station. And I need to figure out exactly what the settings are going to be on that no more free energy mod, because there is also you can change the efficiency of thrusters. So if I make it so that my thrusters are super efficient, maybe this thing has too much fuel and it can get from place to place too easily. So I want to basically dial it in so my thrusters are just the perfect amount of efficiency, so that I can fly from what I'd like to be, and you guys can let me know if this is like a good idea and reasonable, is take off fully fueled, fully recharged, get into orbit, transfer to another planet, land on that planet, and the question is, do I need to refuel to come back? Or should I be able to transfer to another planet within the system, land, like just not explore a whole bunch, but to like immediately land, and would that just take 50% of my fuel? So I have to figure out exactly what the like, is it ×5 efficiency, ×3 efficiency, whatever it'll be. So I got to test that, see what it actually takes in terms of fuel to get from A to B and back to A in the test world that I have for that, which I have a world. I can actually probably show it to you guys. Just quit out of here. And it's got the planets as they would be positioned, but they're not the right planets because it's all going to be custom planets. But at least I can see where things are. And in terms of like distances, and I can practice the orbiting and shit like that. Well, yeah, Nat. Of course you're excited for Season 5. You're designing it. You gotta have a whole storyline that I have no idea what's happening, and I'll have to figure it out as I get my way through. Also, yes, this was the preview little thing. Where's my thruster? Large thruster. Cut the override. So as you can see, I'm right here around the gas giant in the middle, and a lot of the planets are 3 and 4 kilometers away from me. You think personally planet-to-planet transfer should consume 70 to 80% of fuel? Gives you more reason to explore and build on more than one planet. Yeah, so my thinking was, what I should be able to do, at least for hydrogen, is I should be able to take off from a planet, transfer to another, deorbit, land, fly around a little bit, then like deorbit, get into the atmosphere and start flying, land somewhere after flying for a little bit, is then I have to rebuild from there or do something. Like, I can't just go home. But yeah, so what's going to happen is we're going to have this gas giant in the middle, and then all these planets placed around it. The planet positions are correct. if I'm not mistaken. It's just that they will be replaced with custom, unique worlds that I've never seen before in the future. Have you gravity checked the gas giant yet? Not really. I'm kind of a little ways away from the gas giant right now, 1,000 kilometers. So I don't know exactly if I'm going to be in the... not the same placement either, okay. But the same general spacing of like 4,000 kilometers away from the gas giant and such, right? It's not like you're going to have like a planet like way the fuck out there. They're going to be inside these rings. Am I even remotely close to this planet here? Let's move a little bit closer. Okay, there we're in gravity. Yeah, roughly the same distance. That's all I need to know. Oh, and this was something I need to mention. I'm not getting the... one second here. I'm not getting the orbit thing to show up. I think it's because in your Season 5 mod package, the orbit needs text HUD API and stuff like that, I believe, or like rich HUD, and it's not there. So we're not getting the orbit lines. But maybe it's just me and I'm having a bad setup of the world, but yeah, just so you know. But yeah, that's going to be Season 5. We'll have this giant, this gas giant, and all these planets around it, and I'm going to have to go and explore each planet and figure out what resources are out there for me. And I bet there's going to be a lot of... until I get a jump drive... there's going to be a lot of me coasting. A lot of me pushing up to my max speed, which would be 2 kilometers a second. And then sitting here and coasting while I fly off to the next planet. Ah! Yep. I think that's going to be it for this evening. I'm going to be back with some more streaming in the next couple days. And I also like to do an actual video of Season 5 recap. No, it's not Season 5. Season 4 recap. What are my thoughts? Industrial overhaul. How did I like playing on it for a year and a half? What's it like compared to vanilla? What, you know, that kind of stuff. Just a post-mortem of Season 4. And I think I'll put together some thoughts and then put it into like a 15-20 minute video and put it up sometime next week. But as of now, it's almost 11 p.m. I'm a bit hungry, so I'm going to get a snack and then go to bed. But thanks, you guys, for coming out to watch the stream. And there'll be some more content later this week. Thanks for watching. And good hunting out there, fellow space engineers.